On Friday, the 25th of November, a few days ago, Sanaa kwa Sana, the blog that nasemanga usome. This is kama usomangi, na usomangi. Kama unasomanga, you're good, you're off the hook. The blog turned 4 years of Sanaa kwa Sana from 2018. Here we are. Just a few months before ni discover MWE. Na hivyo ni MWE ilianzanga ni because nilikuwa nimependa blog and I wanted to work on my writing. Came across this randomly on Twitter. Nikamua, here we go. We can do this. Let's jump onto this exercise and let me work on my writing. And so as also the blog in a pick up. So that's how that came about. So in 2018 November, the blog started. The blog is now 4. By now you'd know this if you watch these Sunday sessions and you've heard me talk about it, that the first article on that blog was the review, an event review ya album launch ya King Kaka akilaunch album yake Eastland Royalty pale Uhuru Gardens on 30th November 2018. I published that article, was it on December 13th? Was it that? Wiki kadhaa after that, na sisi ndio hawa hapa still doing event. Where is the growth? Where is the growth? As I am putting my hair on screen, where is the growth? Where is the growth? What absurd humor is this? Still, here we are, reviewing events. 4 years later, I'm doing the same thing. And this is where our odyssey brings us. Cycles, being intact, cycles maintaining their form. Back to where we started. Why do you do this, African? Why are you doing this? We've been here for 2 hours and 10 minutes, getting to 11 minutes. It's 4:29 a.m. 28th November. Mbona unafanya hii kitu? 4 years. You need enough to retire. So if I get to 5 years, half a decade, kuna possibility. Shall figure that out. Sana kwa sana inafaa kwa nimepata other writers hizi miaka zote nijaipata apart from one. Last year December, an article titled Why I Stopped Listening to Kenyan Hip Hop, one of the masterpieces on the blog. If you've never read that, punch yourself in the face. Justin Hunt's voice. Always throwing references casually here and there. If you're ever getting easy references, Banajuzi party. 4 years later, Sanaa kwa Sana is here. Mziki ya Wiki became a staple, currently at 117 weeks. Mziki ya Wiki on the blog ikazalisha Mziki ya Wiki 2.0 on the YouTube channel. I've done a number of event reviews since the first one. Ile battle rap nilitaja earlier event ya battle rap nili-review. I wrote 2 pieces on it. Na kuna time nili-discuss hapa. Na nikasema I wrote what would qualify as a term paper. Such an academic viewpoint of battle rap. And I told Babu they would love that article based on how niliandika. So outside of the review, in addition to that, nikaandika another academic piece. Yeah. My review show ya Trabuli at Muse Nairobi Rhapsody, nimereview Traboli at Cheche, nimereview Traboli at Cheche ni review live on Instagram. Nimereview Traboli at Gute, One Track Minded. Nimereview Goofy at Gute, Goofy and the Midnight Kids, Goofy at KNT. The Other Things in Love. Nimereview album ya Goofy, Love and How It Comes. Nimereview album ya Nyashinsky, Like You, Black Swahili niliwataja earlier. Things in a cycles too. Black Swahili album yao, Antidote, Mambo Kavu ya Kafuda Truth and Mambo Mix Music, ni review on the blog. Ni review Speaking of Jemedari, msanii mwenye alikuwa na work naye, Bunny Blackman, EP yake Simama, ni review on the blog ya last year. Cycles Jemedari. Nimeandika more than I can remember, and it always hits me that I've written a lot. Nilifeel your feeling nikipitia those two articles that featured Violet K last week, Slam Preliminary and the Grand Slam that Amina lishinda. Nimeandika about Slam like no one else ever has. Nikianza basi kwa blog, nikianza kuandika on Facebook, Foundation of Slam Africa. What other events have I reviewed on the blog? I don't even remember. Let's just go there and check this out. Kuna utungaji na utumiaji wa sanaa. Je, uchambuzi je? Je, uchambuzi je? A Swahili tagline. Only Sanaa kwa Sanaa can do these things. Muziki ya wiki 117. Sasa niangalia categories. Album launches. Okay. So kulikuwa Traboli at Muse na ya King Kaka, Island Royalty and the album launch and beyond. That was December 10th, 2018. Let's see. Events. Actually, we do event reviews. Then Ingali album review. The Other Things in Love. Uncut Hennessy Pop Awards 2021 winners. I reviewed the entire event. I did. OD Bets, Ordinary Challenge, Grand Finale. Also reviewed that one. Hey. Uncut 2020. Traboli One Track Minded. Poetry, Slam Africa, Grand Slam 2019. Hip Hop Garage, Ground Zero Battle. It happened in December of 2019. Tulikuwa battle na Dofan, Romi na Uchuka, I believe. Was Romi? Unchained Voices 2, Teardrops and Mufasa Take It Back to Where It All Began. Unchained Voices, Teardrops and Mufasa Do It Again. Goofy and the Midnight Kids yenye Traboli aliperform. Nimetaja Robi aliperform kwa Goofy and the Midnight Kids, and I was with Robi yesterday. It was beautiful to see Robi, so beautiful. And I remember I was saying this, ilikuwa beautiful moment to travel all the way kuona mbunge akiwa hometown yake, but also to be in that environment, a different artistic environment, and also see different people, also see familiar faces. Jonah, Spontaneous, Shiki, Roby, Goofy, Romy, Dofan, the band obviously, Komora, Eddie Seymour, Mathai, Liboy. So hao walikuwa the band, and then I mentioned them. So kulikuwa na percussionist na kulikuwa na a bassist. Hiyo ilikuwa band yenye mbunge alitumia. Mbunge mwenyewe ni familiar faces. Jemedari, Eileen, Nyash, Ian. Memory don't fail me now. Trying to see. Roba, Slim, Slim the superstar. Big shout out to Savior. Savior amekuwa kwa video zetu as a viewer on Instagram, on YouTube. Nashukuru sana to Savior, asante sana. Evan Squares, another person. Tukaongelea interview yangu na Romy Swahili. It was beautiful. Ed, the Beatsmith, zinakuja. Sheila. So beautiful to see Sheila. After a while, I bumped into Sheila, I think in July. Was it June or July? But before then, it was Jamona in a while. Random stories of Kauzi. Performances ilikuwa by Bilal, ilikuwa theatrical production. Performances by Bilal, Gladi Mwende na Akuya. Nimesema hivyo nikakumbuka another review was Kafura's 20-something event at Michael Joseph Center 2019. Mbogi Yetu concert published on June 28, 2019. This was before they became Deeper Connection. Mbogi. Then hiyo nilishaisema Islam Africa, then the 20-something experience. Monologues based on the pressures of being a 20-something year old. Going Goofy. Clash of the Titans, Who Owns the Crown, another battle rap event that happened on 1st December 2018. Yes, it was 1st December 2018, which was literally a day after King Kaka's performance. And I published this article on January 23rd. January 23rd. Almost 2 months later. African. Who cares? Who gives a fuck? So 30th November 2018, King Kaka alikuwa na show, which was on a Friday. Then this on 1st December Saturday, kulikuwa na issue ya Who Owns the Crown, Clash of the Titans. Then on that 30th, on first, hiyo Saturday on first, Wakadinali were having a show side za Utawala. They were launching the Ndani ya Cockpit project on that day. Now I'll sell copies kibao. I got my copy on 2nd December 2018 ya Ndani ya Cockpit. Wasanii wamekula pesa yangu. Ska alikula pesa yangu on that day. Ndani ya Cockpit. Ndani ya Cockpit 2. Kwa sasa wanawakia 3. Na ndani ya Cockpit 2. Nilipata on Sunday. Naam. 2nd December 2018. And on that 1st December, I remember leaving Jukwaa Lounge at Uhuru Park and walking all the way hadi Gute. Mufasa alikuwa na show. Mufasa was having a show huko, if I remember correctly. And these are the event reviews. Let's go through some album reviews. Let's see what has come out of this blog. This blog that is doing its best to become something. Romi Knowledge na Mashairi Volume 1, 7th Anniversary. Top 5 Kenyan albums, hip-hop albums of 2021. Top 10 Kenyan albums of 2021. Bunny Blackman, Simama Nishasema. Top 5 Kenyan hip-hop projects of 2020. Tukianza Sanaa kwa Sanaa, a few months after we started the YouTube channel. At the time, we were only doing hip-hop projects, hence the top 5 Kenyan hip-hop projects of 2020. Mambo Kavu nimeitaja, Black Swahili nimeitaja, as well as Lucky You. Also hii time, still doing hip-hop, tumeza the channel, nilikuwa najichocha. My idea was to have, for each review, an audio-visual and a written review. So that's why for those first 3 projects, utapata Nyash Lucky You on the blog, on YouTube. Black Swahili's Antidote, same. Mambo Kavu, same. Mtu choka bana. Goofy, Live and How It Comes, album review. Hizo peke yake. Yeah, because this was 2019. Okay. I should write more reviews. I usually say this. But I should write reviews of projects that I love, because it's easier to do. Kuandikanga an event review ama an album or EP review ya kitu pendi. Tedious. Let's see what we have on let's do opinions, then music reviews. Let's do music reviews, then opinions, then interviews. Tumalize. Tuweka hapo for almost 2.5 hours. No matter how much I try to do something better with my life. Music reviews isn't a mob. Time to connect muziki ya weekend and music reviews. Can't go through all of that. I'm sure kuna article hapo ya MDQ ama iko kwa opinion. Kuna time niliandika I was drawing parallels between MDQ's Suzy Noma na Million Voice. Smart people. Twende kwa opinion. Let's see. Why I Stopped Listening to Kenyan Hip Hop by our guest writer Calligraph Jones says Ordinary Challenge, the top 6 rappers, the top 5 hip hop projects of 2020. Vioxy Dede. This was a brilliant article. Yeah. Ata leave reviews alone. I should do feature pieces, because feature ya Romi on Fungula Kumi and this Vioxidede piece, brilliance personified. Vioxidede, the Luo rap god, opens up about Obongo, Nyakalaga and the Japesa story. Yeah, kama unajua story, you should read that article. Revisiting Monaja's Friday Flow. I talked about this some time back. Monaja kunafanya Friday Flow in 2019. Alichukua a number of weeks, 12 weeks or so. Kila Friday kuna release a clip on Twitter and Facebook. Akitema imba. I wrote about all of those. I broke down each of them individually. That's redundant. One of my favorite pieces. From Keishaka to Sauti Soul and Ethic Entertainment, a conversation on the language of Kenyan music and its influence on artistic freedom and expression. One of the masterpieces on the blog. There are many, I know. Kama hujasoma hizi, feel bad for you. I feel bad for you. The death of Romy on Romy Knowledge na Mashairi. Did I say more on that masterpiece? Living Proof YouTube series. Doing it differently, one episode at a time. Living Proof ilikuwa a platform dedicated to living room concerts, courtesy of Trabuli, Akili Black, and Abstract Omega. Hey, these are the opinion pieces. Oof. Some of my best work. Let's go to interviews. Tutoke hapa. Kuna hiyo Vioxy. Kuna Kafu and battle rap. So a lot of the interviews I have on the blog are as a battle rap and as a battle rappers, because hizi ni za hip hop garage during the quarantine battles. Niko na Kafu, niko na Ujiji, niko na Harili, niko na Shahidi, niko na Muli, CEO wa hip hop garage, niko na hiyo Romeo Nfungula 10, niko na an interview na Amina the 63rd Slam Queen. Usinione hivi, I've done it all. And one that I usually like, niko na an interview na Akoth Jumadi, the one and only. An interview na Mbogi Connection. And with Mbogi Connection, I have 3 pieces on them. So kuna hiyo yetu concert yao ya kwanza pamoja as Mbogi Connection. Then kuna an interview that I did with them, which was paraphrased. And kuna hiyo style ya writing ya paraphrase. Same to what I did with Romy Swahili and Fungula 10. Then nili post as an interview kama a transcript vile ilikuwa originally. I had fun with that. I had an interview with Kafura after 20-something and nimetaja explore pressures of being a 20-something year old. Nilifanya interview na Kafura. You all were leading my 20-something, exploring 20-something with Kafura Nganga. Na alifanya a sequel to that early this year or ilikuwa early this year at Lavalate, wakipatna na Glady Muende. Kuna interview na Ondo Street Lawyer of the 254 Battle Rap League. Ini courtesy of your Judgment Day battle. Niko na interview na Ian. Kuna interview na Dofan. I outdid myself while I was reviewing that show. Wrote the review, thought to myself, I want to do this academically, how far I can go or what I can explore, what ideas I can come up with, what conversations I can underscore. Then nika figure out, instead of writing this alone, actually incorporate thoughts za watu and their perspectives. So nika come up na a list of people ningependa ku-interview, typed questions to ask them, sort them out, to me the questions, they sent their responses. At the time sikuweza kupata Ecstatic. I wanted to interview Ecstatic kwa sababu alikuwa part of the judges na kuna some perspectives ningependa toka kwake. But what we mention were part of the people I had in mind. So Ondu, he had no nickname. Shahidi mwenye nimesema alikuwa na battle na Kafu nikamu interview. I've interviewed them twice. Genetic Disorder, the elusive Genetic Disorder, interviewed Harry Lee, interviewed Magode, interviewed Romy Swahili. I was looking for Trouble Lee kuwa interview because kulikuwa na an ongoing sort of feud kati ya 1183 versus PLC, which is Punchlines and Crazy Lines crew na group yenye Kafu alikuwa a part of. So that's why pia nili-interview Magode, yeye hukuwa part of PCL Army. So Magode na Kafu, then kuongea na mtuka Romy, na I wanted to interview Trouble Lee. Nimtafuta akakata. Trouble Lee declined. Kasema ataki za vibe. They're not aligning with his brand na aligning with yeku align chakras zake. Romy nikamu interview. Of course. Ali regret baadaye because aliona the interviews. Alikuwa na undermine my work after all these years of our friendship, na nimemsifia mtandaoni akaniandamine, but I'll regret, of course. Selassie as a battle MC, nikainterview Shiro Njuguna, fan of Kenyan hip hop mbaya sana. Ilikuwa toke kwa our conversation na Romy. Shiro hakumake it, alienda battle rap alishia battle ilikuwa happen on that same day. Nyangi, another Kenyan hip hop fan, na nikinterview Nyangi na Shiro ilikuwa kupata ama nikitafuta ecstatic, sio kama nitafuta MC Sharon, nilikuwa nataka nisikie perspectives za women, because kuna a particular segment which was titled Women and in Battle Rap, so nilikuwa nataka their perspectives on that, na pia kulikuwa na easy discussions that zili come about because of what Mwaf alisema kuhusu Harilia kibattle Kenyan Alpha ya disrespecting mothers and we are African, we can't do that. Baadaye alirescind sentiments zake, akasema hakukuwa in touch with the current format ya battle rap. So but that was a discussion and a talking point your time, so I wanted to hear outside of easy vitu zingine that nilikuwa na tackle, nisikie pia from Nyangi, nisikie from Shiro, nisikie from Ecstatic na such. Mwaf nikamuinterview, so nilimuuliza kuhusu judging, akasema I never second guess myself. It's 2019, so nimesema Dofan, and hizo ndo interviews on the paid my dues. Antonio Sol's voice, theater. Shukran sana. If you've been part of this ride ya Sanaa kwa Sana, nashukuru sana for your readership. Importantly, that is great support kwangu. If you like the articles, kama una commentingi, that's an extra that pia niko eternally grateful for. Kama una shareanga hizi articles with your people, that is even a step further than father, na niko grateful sana. And I'll say the same thing for the channel. Kama onanga a video, una like, unaacha comment, niko very very grateful sana. Even the basic ya kuwatch na take your time to interact na sisi by watching and hearing what you have to say, pseudo critics, giving us your time. Kama unaenda the extra mile ya kulike, ya kucomment, tunashukuru. Kama unaenda the extra mile ya kushare with your people. The YouTube channel imetokana na the blog, hata kama kulikuwa na hizi ideas in 2016 za having a YouTube channel that talks about Kenyan music and Kenyan arts. Here we are 4 years later, tumepitia the blog. Early retirement is beckoning. Some comments actually. Kuna a segment on the blog called Your Feedback. If you ever find time, pitia whenever people said about the blog. Nilisoma what King Kaka alisema some time back while we were having a conversation hapa na Babu. So on the 20-something experience, Kafura alisema someone did a review on my first show. A lot to learn from that show and to be thankful for. Thank you guys for coming. He alishare on Twitter. Anasoundika amejam, anasoundika nilihate. But of course I paid, so I have to hate. It's just what I have to. If I do hate, it's justified, it's valid. Niko na wasanii si mmenikulia mbaya sana. Mbaya sana. Where is that thing that I'm looking for? I am 20-something. Ilikuwa merchandise kwa hiyo show ya Kafura. Hey, me. So after the interview nilifanya na Kafura, someone named Quincy alisema, wow, 20 something artists live summarized in under 5 minutes. Applause. Oof. And masterpieces ni kadhaa. I wrote on Kovu Challenge. One of the best things you'll ever read on the internet. Ska na Kovu Challenge. A moment for hip hop. I love the review. Keep up. That is from Non-White Jacob, Elias Jacob Juma. My hip hop loving friend African wrote a deep analysis of this ska inspired challenge that brought Kenyan rappers together. He also shares the Kovu remixes that stand out and why. Plus, Ondu Street Lawyer gets a special mention too. Unila Music Junkie on Twitter. Someone else said, what you do is great in caps. Keep boarding shit. That is from the one and only Middle East. Nimemtaja. These moments keep making themselves. Look at how cycles inafanya kazi. When Declyde Otieno writes, we listen, in quotes. One of the most comprehensive hip-hop journalists in the game, that is from Ondu. Where? Haven't read a piece on Kenyan hip-hop like this, fulfilling. Bach, Kalawa, Buddha. Your objectivity is always refreshing. You covered most, if not all, the bases. That is from Trabuli. Kama saw my article, feel bad, feel sad for you, on your behalf. Now that's how you write an article. Charlie Asike on Twitter. Well thought out and articulated. African, thank you for this, and it definitely should be over already. Nearly rant, nearly hate, as you can see. That's from Dofan. Interesting and in-depth read from Mirauka before we became friends. Keep up the good work, G, and thanks for the mention. King Kala the Don, mwenye niko na album yake hapa, a mixtape, alini gift during your show. Nimetaja ya Who Owns the Crown, the battle rap event, Clash of the Titans. Ilikuwa a triple threat battle between Shahidi, Excalibur, Ojiji, UFO, and Kafu the Truth. An intriguing concept, nice penmanship. You are one of the few writers whose work I pay close attention to. Keep it up. Had forgotten about this. From MC Sharon. I had forgotten about this. Appreciate the feature, bro. Truly broad yet detailed. Shukran kwa kuchukua time. That is from HR, the messenger. Dope. It's inclusive. Nimependa vile umeonyesha. You did listen to most Kovu Challenge freestyle. That's from Natty D Black. I did. 100 plus. When I said Trabolee's refix of Kovu is the most complete, diverse, and worthy track, this is what I meant. That is from Goofy. This journalist deserves an award. Kovu Writer of the Season. Detailed and precise. Ska, tulete wengine kama hawa. Sio Githeri Media. That's from ATB Script. An artist as well. Of course, Ska did not hire me. Hakunilipa. Anafaa kuwa amenilipa actually. I wish angekuwa amenilipa. I wish. What? I call you Shifu, but they don't understand why. If you know who calls me Shifu, you know who this is from. Very detailed. That is from K9. The one and only. Let me read this. African Kodo ni mchambuzi anayeelewa sana yake na ana #unganisha, anaunganisha. Yeye ni mtu yetu. Hutaamini alichoandika kuhusu Mbogi connection. That is heta waki. Then it's one thing to read an article, but an article or blog written by African Kodo is just magical. Many thanks for publishing our artistic journey. Mbogi Connection. Then these guys are the real deal. From Saisi Poet on your article Mbogi Connection, your interview, the paraphrased one. Then the person who was here, more cycles, and these moments keep writing themselves. Alisema, by far my favorite article. This is beautiful. That's from Viva, our sunflower bandit. On Random Stories of Kauzi, your writing skills are really good and subtle. I am honored. From Stella Sari. Ali perform on your show. Finally getting to read this. I love how you looked at the show in general. I've picked some things here and there from it too. That's from Akuya. I had an article called 4 Kenyan hip hop videos within 24 hours. I've talked about this before, which happened, I think, in July of 2019. Kulikuwa na video from Wakadinali, Morio Nzenza, a video from Shukid, I forget the title, a video from Asam, was it Falling? No, it was not. And a video from Brida. Video, but we once went through that article here. So Asam Gavi alicomment akasema this is amazing work on Instagram. Brida akasema dope stuff on Instagram as well. Whew, man. Nili mention Evans quiz. They keep writing themselves. I have an article titled Kenyans on Empower 100 Artists Program. Speaking of, I shared a video on my stories on Friday 25th as the blog ilikuwa turn 4, because I came across someone mwenye ali what's the word for it? Ali hyperlink my article. Ali hyperlink this article kwa their review of Nikita Kering's sophomore EP, The Other Side. So I went through it and nearly come across it on the day the blog was turning 4. Sherry, niaje. Niliambia watu sana kwa sana waogope. It is 5. I am still live at 5 a.m. and I said it. I jinxed myself. I literally said, what the fuck? Missy Jipendi. I really do not love myself. Kendrick Lamar should be punishing me for this. Fuck, it's 5. Shiria imeamka kwenda Wera kuhustle, get the bag. So, the Kenyans on Empower 100 Artists Program, and mimi kuongelea my top 5 Kenyan videos on Empower. Hizo pia ni masterpieces that you should visit and read on the blog. So for this one, you'll come across it on the 4th anniversary of the blog. That someone had come in hyperlink for a review of Nikita Kering's. It was beautiful kuona. Ikanipeleka down memory lane, ikanikumbusha. So here we are. Haikuwa nipitie hizi comments, nilikuwa tumalize kwa the previous segment, but tumejipata hapa na nimetaja someone kwa hii video na alicomment on that article. Kasema noma sana, nimependa vile unaeleza projects zao artists in brief. Nilikuwa namaliza kusoma tu nikichekizo video below. That's from Evans Quiz Ndirangu. Let me read this as well. From Olivia Ambani, alikuwa na song featured. Thank you for the feature, beautifully written article. And I love how you picked up on a lot of the details crafted in my video better than just fine. I truly appreciate the time and effort you took to compile the article, highlighting the Empower Kenya Empower 100 videos. Goofy and the Midnight Kids, you're so good, Rick Salisema. Goofy akasema, Farm, I love your work and thank you for writing this. Documentation muhimu. Alafu two shows sio mchezo. Goofy alikuwa na two shows early in 2019. This was the last one in September on 28th. Alikuwa na Going Goofy on February 9th. This is really well written. You're amazing. That's from Robbie. Thank you for the chronicle from Creative Spills. Nimetaja Ian, nimetaja Robbie. These moments keep writing themselves. Can never make this stuff up. Never. Wow. This is how you write an event review. At Goofy with purple hair, I had to see it to believe it. It's so descriptive from the setting to the performances. How you remember those lines is a mystery to me. You have to cheat the system. That is from Rogoro. One of the best shows by Goofy I have attended this year. Here's a review by African. That is by Wangu on Instagram. Man. Your article, The Death of Romy. That's officially your album, bro. Romy alisema. Another huge Sanaa supporter, Sanaa on the blog side for very many years. Amekuwa Eric Nturibi. Alisema shout out to African Kodo for penning down such an articulate article. Romy Knowledge na Mashairi album will go down in history as the Mount Rushmore of Kenyan poetry. It was a well thought out, exceptional project. #timeless. On your interview ya Jumadi, Wangu akasema get to learn more about my girl Jumadi on Sanaa kwa Sanaa. Whenever I read feedback and go down memory lane, I really feel beautiful, and I'm grateful for this journey and the people who've been a part of this journey. Niko grateful sana sana sana. Hizi si vitu unaweza replicate, si vitu unaweza repay. And the beauty of this is that hizi moments ziko captured. I always appreciate the fact that hizi moments ziko captured, whether ni the writing itself, vitu niliandika, but or kama ni hizi comments, and even kufikiria kukuwa na segment ya kuweka feedback za watu, that idea, and going down, I haven't read that segment in a while, so mi pia inanipeleka back to hizo moments and what people felt as they read hizi articles, and who was reading hizi articles, who was commenting. What a journey. This is another moment kama ile This Is It and A Week Full of Love Sunday session, which you should also watch. I'm mentioning a lot of videos. I always do because I am very hardworking, and you should pay me for my hard work. Usikue kama scam mwenyako nilipa for Kuvu challenge. Sindio? What a journey this has been. Niko grateful sana. 4 years of Sanaa kwa Sanaa, the blog. And we are done. Nipo that tumepitia hiyo segment. I'm glad we have hapa ndipo tumeland. And clearly we have been here for 3 hours. Wow. Let's finish this. Shukran sana for your time. Sheri is another one mwenye. Looking back at hizi videos, hizi moments that tume create ni irreplaceable na si repayable. So Sheri, asante sana for being a part of this. Shukran to Joshua Poet. Shukran to Lynn Elias, Don't Touch My Potatoes. That's Lynn Mutuku. Shukran to Viva aliyekuwa hapa. Na shukran to Craig Ronnie aliyekuwa wa kwanza. If by any chance you're watching this baadaye, feel free to share some Sanaa kwa Sanaa moments that you have regarding the blog. Nitashukuru sana. Feel free to metan the blog imeturn 4, so kama kuna moments that you remember from the blog, moments that you have and hold dear, or moments generally, tafadhali unaweza niambia, nitashukuru sana. Let's walk down memory lane pamoja. Niko really grateful kwako kwa kukuwa a part of hii safari. At whatever point umekuwa a part of hii safari, niko grateful sana. Vile nimesema, hizi moments si repairable, hizi moments si replaceable. Nashukuru. Pia unaweza niambia ideas that ungetaka kuona on the blog more. Kuna ideas that nili have za kuandika reviews myself, na pia za kukuwa na featured writers wenye wanaweza andika reviews, na pia kuna other ideas here and there. But kama una any idea ungetaka kuona tukiandika about ama nikiandika about, let me know. Asante sana for your time, Sheri. Kuwa na siku njema on your end. Ni Jumatatu, wiki imeanza, ama wiki maybe ilianza Saturday, sijui wiki yako kwanza lini. But get that bag. Usupport Sanaa kwa Sana on Patreon na on YouTube. Give us your money because we need your money to give you more content and retire early. If you're watching this, just so you know, kutakuwa na hizi vitu coming up za Patreon as we plan on eating your money. Wasanii wamekula pesa yangu sana, ni evidence ndio hii. Request for, here's the evidence ya wasanii eating my money. So artists have eaten my money. I have to repay. I have to repay. Nimeonesha ya 20 something hapa. So I have to get mine back.